Hello everyone, this is Munam from WP Swings and welcome all of you to our channel of WP Swings where we discuss WordPress and WooCommerce solutions that can help you grow your online business, which will ultimately assist you to provide a top-notch user experience and customer satisfaction. Hence, stay tuned with our channel to keep getting back-to-back product tutorials and interesting updates. Today's demo video is about the Advanced Product Variation plugin, in which I will demonstrate the working of the plugin. But before starting with the setup part, let me give you a short introduction to the product. If a customer sees a simple product with no variations, it becomes difficult for them to make decisions, and chances are more they will switch from your shop page. What if they can see product variations as text, image or color so that they can take decisions effectively based on their preferences? Yes, introducing Advanced Product Variation. What is Advanced Product Variation and what problem it solves? Advanced Product Variation lets you showcase your variation of products with the help of images, text swatches on the shop page that greatly helps the customer to get the idea of the products, thus leading to improving the buying decision of the customers and their experience with you. Customers can actually visualize and get knowledge about the products in the form of text, images and color swatches rather than having a simple product with no variation swatches. So guys, this was all about the product's overview and what problem does it solve. Now it's time to see its setup and working part. Let's understand how to start the working of the plugin. We will guide you with every step of setting up the plugin that can help you enable variation swatches on your store, which will ultimately help you to customize and select different variations based on your store requirements.
Before moving to the configuration of the plugin, so let me first explain you how to install the plugin. So for installing the plugin, you have to hover on plugins and you have to click on add new. And once you have got the zip file, so from here you can click on upload plugin, or you can go to the woocommerce.com, and here is our plugin, that is Advanced Product Variation. So from here you can buy the plugin and install on your WordPress website. So let's again go back, and here let's click on upload plugin, and here let's click on choose file, and here let's click on install now. So as you can see that the plugin has been installed, and now you have to click on activate plugin. So as you can see that it's showing plugin activated, and here as you can see that here it is showing Advanced Product Variation. So now let's move to the backend settings of Advanced Product Variation plugin. So let's click on settings. So the very first setting is general settings. So now let's see what are the settings involved in the general settings. So let's go to the backend settings. So we are on the backend settings of Advanced Product Variation plugin. So let us start with the general settings. So from the general settings, the admin will be able to configure the settings related to enabling the plugin or showing or hiding the variation button and much more. So the very first functionality is enable the plugin. So make sure you have enabled this toggle button to start the functionality of Advanced Product Variation. And the next field is show the swatches on the shop page. So if you want to show the swatches on the shop page, so you have to enable this functionality, and then you have to click on save changes. So the settings have been saved. Now let's move to shop page and let's refresh this. So as you can see that all the variations along with the swatches is coming, because from the backend we have enabled the functionality of Advanced Product Variation, and also we have enabled to show the swatches on the shop page. And now let's see the next field, that is show or hide variation button. So with this functionality enabled, it will add a button on your shop page that will let the customers or the users to show or hide the variation. Let's suppose we have enabled this functionality and clicked on save changes, and when we will move to the shop page and let's refresh this. So as you can see that we are having the button of showing or hiding the variation. So this will let the customer get the option of hiding or showing the variation button if they want to see the variation. So simply they can click on show variations, and if they want to hide the variation, so simply they can click on hide variations. So let's again go back to the backend settings. So basically adding the product variation helps you to show or display the product variation in the form of variation swatches with color, text and images swatches. Definitely this helps your store in terms of good user experience and also improves the product representation, which is a crucial part of user experience. So adding this plugin will definitely help you to improve the customer experience or the user experience on your store, thereby improving sales and engagement of your WooCommerce store. And now let's see the next field, that is show or hide variation button. So with this functionality enabled, it will add a button on your shop page that will let the customers or the users to show or hide the variation. Let's suppose we have enabled this functionality and clicked on save changes, and when we will move to the shop page and let's refresh this. So as you can see that we are having the button of showing or hiding the variation. So this will let the customer get the option of hiding or showing the variation button if they want to see the variation. So simply they can click on show variations, and if they want to hide the variation, so simply they can click on hide variations. So let's again go back to the backend settings. So basically adding the product variation helps you to show or display the product variation in the form of variation swatches with color, text and images swatches. Definitely this helps your store in terms of good user experience and also improves the product representation, which is a crucial part of user experience. So adding this plugin will definitely help you to improve the customer experience or the user experience on your store, thereby improving sales and engagement of your WooCommerce store. So before moving to the next setting, that is show attribute thumbnails, so let me show you how you can create a variation product. So for creating a variation product, so firstly you need to go to the all product section, and then you can select any of the product, and then you have to scroll down, and then you have to here click on this, and you have to select variable product, and then you can create the attributes and variations. So when you will click on variations, so as you can see that the information is coming as, before you can add a variation, you need to add some variation attributes on the attributes tab. So you have to click on learn more. So as you can see that here is the documentation on how to create a variable product. So here you can go through the documentation and learn how to create a variable product. So let's again go back. So after creating the attributes, then you can create the variations, then you can switch to advanced product variation and create products variations. So likewise, let me go back and let's click on AV neck t-shirt. So let's scroll down. So similarly, I have created the attributes. As you can see that color, as you can see that blue, green and red, and size I have selected as created large, medium and small. And then I have created the variations, as you can see that for green, blue and red and so on. Then you have to click on advanced product variation. So here if you want to disable the swatches, like if you will disable this and click on update, and when I will go to the shop page and refresh this and show variations, so as you can see that the swatches have been disabled because from the backend we have disabled this option. So let's again enable this. So now let's click on color. So from here you can decide the label as I have decided like color, and here I have decided the display type as image, color and text, and you can also select like default, or you can select image, color or text. And here you can set the display size. For now I have set as 60 pixels into 60 pixels. So if you want like 40 or 20 or default global size, or if you want to set custom size, so you can also do it. So like if I have decided like 40 into 40 pixels, and I have decided swatches as in the form of square. So now I have set the display size as 40 pixels into 40 pixels and the representation as square. So when I will click on update and when I will refresh this, so as you can see that the size has been reduced to 40 pixels and the representation is coming as in the form of square, as you can see that. So this is because we from the back end we have set the size for this like 40 into 40 pixels and representation as square. So if you want to customize your variation swatches according to like color, blue, green and red, so you can also do it. Like for blue, if you want like display type as image, color or text, so you can also do it. Like if I select like color and from here I can also select the color as like this, and you have to simply click on update, and then let me refresh this and let us click on show variation. So as you can see that for blue, the swatches is coming in the form of color. So this is how you can easily customize your variation swatches as per your business requirements and customer needs, and you can customize your variation swatches in the form of text, color, or thumbnail images if you want. So for now, let me click on this blue and let's select image, and from here you can select browse and you can select the image as per your choice. So for now I have selected this, and let's click on select. So as you can see that I have uploaded the image. So simply you can also do for green and red, and here you can select the size. As you can see that for size I have selected like label as size and display size as 16 to 60 pixels, and a display name if I want to show like, so you can click on yes or no. And here you can similarly you can do for the size also large, medium, and small. So here you can also change the display type as text, color, or image. So here you can also customize your variation swatches. So similarly you can also do for medium and small. So like if I have like selected for small, I want like I have selected like here image, and here I want like the image size to be 20 into 20 pixels. And here if I will select any image, so let's again go back, and for the medium, if I want like for the image, let me select this. So as you can see that this is how you can also upload an image which will be shown here. Like here it is showing medium, so in place of this it will show a thumbnail image like this. So from here you can simply upload the image and click on update. So that variation will be shown on the shop page. So this was all about how to create a variation product. So after doing all the changes, you have to click on update. So this was all about creating the variation products. So now let's again go back to the backend settings. So the next functionality is show attribute term thumbnail. So if you want to show the attribute term thumbnail, so simply you can enable this functionality, and you will able to show the attribute term thumbnails. So whatever the attribute terms you have decided, so that will be shown in the form of thumbnails as you are seeing here, as you can see that here. So when you will click on save changes, and when you will refresh this, so as you can see that for now the attribute term is not showing as thumbnail, because in the advanced settings we have disabled the functionality of show variation feature image. So that's why it's not showing the attribute term thumbnail. So when I will explain you advanced settings, then I will show you how these attributes will show as thumbnails. Next is show single attribute on shop page. So if you want to show only single attribute on shop page instead of showing like these two, so simply you can enable this and you can click on save changes. And when you will refresh this, so let's click on show variations. So as you can see that only single attribute is coming, because from the backend we have enabled this to show single attribute on shop page.
So now you can see that the next field is hide add to cart button and quantity from the related products, and hide add to cart button and quantity from the shop page. So if you want to hide the add to cart button from the related products or from the shop page, so you can enable this functionality. Like suppose if I've enabled this, and when I will click on save changes, and when I will go to the shop page, and when I will refresh this, so as you can see that there is no option coming of adding the product to the cart. So this is because we have disabled this functionality of hiding add to cart button and quantity from the shop page. So let's disable this and click on save changes. And now let me refresh this and let me click on show variations. So as you can see that the quantity and adding to cart for the related product is coming here, because we have disabled this functionality
to hide add to cart button. So this is how you can enable this toggle button if you want to hide add to cart button and quantity from the shop page or from the related products. So when you will enable this, so for the related products, the add to cart button and quantity will be hidden. So this you can enable as per your business requirements and customer needs. So this was all about the general settings. Now let's move to next tab, that is advanced settings tab. So with the advanced settings tab, the admin will be able to configure the settings related to switches and much more. So the very first field in the advanced setting is show the switches for the related products. So from here, with this functionality, the admin can show the switches for the related products. So if you want to show the switches for the related products, so you can enable this functionality and the switches for the related products will be enabled, and the swatches will be shown for the related products. Next field is use variation featured image. So this is the functionality I was talking about, like for the attributes. Like if I will enable this, and when I will click on save changes, and then when I will refresh this, and when I will click on show variations, so as you can see that the variation featured image for this attribute is also coming, because from here we have enabled the functionality of variation featured image. So this is how you can easily customize to show variation featured image for the attributes. So this will definitely help in terms of increasing your user experience and getting a good user experience for your store. So next field is update variation from the cart page. So with this functionality enabled, the admin can give the authority to the customers to update the variations directly from the cart page without going back to the shop page and changing the variations. Like if I clicked on save changes, and when I will move to the shop page, like suppose if I have added this, and when I will click to add to cart, and when I will click on view the cart, so as you can see that the option of update is coming here, because from the backend we have enabled this functionality to update the variations from the cart page. Like if I will click on update, so from here you can clear it and you can change the variation according to the requirements. So this is how the customer will be able to directly change the variations from the cart. So this is how you can enable this functionality of enabling the functionality of updating the variations from the cart page. The next field is product wise variation gallery. So if the admin wants to show the variation in a gallery, he can simply enable this toggle button, and the product wise variation gallery will be enabled. So it will show the gallery for the each variation. So now the next field is global size and display. So if the admin wants to set the global size for all the variations, so simply he can enable this functionality for the global size and display type everywhere. Next is terms thumbnail display type. So here also, as I have explained in the backend by when creating a product, so from the backend the thumbnail display can be selected, or from here you can also select, like if I have selected like circle, and here I have like changed the thumbnail size to 40x40 for one attribute, and for second that is 20x20, and let me click on save changes, and let me refresh this, and let me go to the shop page. So as you can see that the changes have been made, like it is coming in the form of circle, and as selected like 20 and 40 pixels, so it is coming here. But like if I will disable this functionality and click on save changes, and when I will refresh this, so as you can see that here it is coming a square, because we have disabled this functionality of global size and display. So as soon as we will enable this, so all the changes made here will be visible in the shop page, or if this functionality is disabled, so all the settings done from the backend in the product section, that will be enabled. Like if I will click on save changes, and when I will refresh this, so you can see that the size and the term thumbnail is coming in the form of circle. This is because we have from here we have changed the terms thumbnail display type and terms thumbnail display size on the shop page. So let me change to 60 into 60 and let me click on save changes. So this is how you can customize your variation switches with the help of advanced settings, and you can select to choose if you want to show product wise variation gallery, or if you want to change the thumbnail display directly from here by enabling this global size and display. And if you want to show the variation featured image, so you can also do this with advanced product variation plugin. So this will definitely help to enhance your customer experience while shopping. So this was all about the advanced settings tab, and definitely these settings will definitely help you to customize your switches as per your business requirements. And definitely these settings and functionalities will help you to grab huge customer engagement and increase sales, as these settings definitely help to increase the user experience on your store. So now let's move to next tab, that is style. So with this style settings, the admin can add the settings or configure the settings related to adding the borders, deciding the terms label for switches, and much more. So the very first field is display border on selected switches. So if I will enable this functionality and click on save changes, and when I will refresh this, so as you can see that when I'm clicking on this, a border is coming around the circle. So this is because from here we have enabled this functionality for displaying the border on selected switch. So this is how you get each and every settings related to the configuring your variation switches as per your business requirements. Next field is enable for slider on variation wise gallery. So if you will enable this, and suppose for here if you will click on this product, so here as you can see that this is the gallery. So if you have more than 3 variations, so here it will add a slider for the variation wise gallery. So suppose there are 3 variations, so there is no slider available. But if you have suppose more than 3 variations, so it will add a slider for your variation wise gallery. So if you want to enable the slider for variation wise gallery, so you can enable it from here. Next is show terms label. So from here you can select like over switches, above switches, or tooltip. So if you will select the tooltip, so here you can also customize the tooltip text color and tooltip background color. Suppose like if I've selected the tooltip text color as this and tooltip background color as this, and let me click on save changes. So as you can see that the tooltip color and the color that we have decided for the background is coming here. As you can see that for the blue, the color that we have decided and the background color that we have selected is coming here. So as you can see that the background color that we have selected is this. So as you can see that the background color is coming here, and this color that we have decided, tooltip text color, so it is also coming here, as you can see that. Next, as you can see that if you want to show the terms label above the switches, so you can click on this and click on save changes, and when you will refresh this, so you will get the text above the switches, as you can see that. So this is how you can select your terms thumbnail and show them as per your requirements, like over the switches or above the switches or tooltip. And for the tooltip you will get the functionality of changing the tooltip text color and also tooltip background color. Next is attribute terms behavior. Like sometimes some products are unavailable, so what behavior you want to select, like cross or hidden. Like if I've selected cross and let me click on save changes, so suppose when I have clicked on green, so as you can see that here 2 cross are coming, like for large and small this variation is not available, and for green only medium is available. So this is how you can set the attribute behavior. And if you will select this hide and click on save changes, so suppose if I have selected this red, so as you can see that the two variations is hidden, and for that particular variation only the variation available is small. So this is how you can set the attribute terms behavior. So this was all about the style settings tab. Now let's move to next tab, that is gallery settings. So with this gallery settings, so we have provided a dedicated gallery settings tab by which the admin can decide the position of the variation gallery. Like for now, the gallery in bottom is activated. If you want to activate this gallery on left side, so you can click on activate, and let's move to shop page and let's refresh this. So as you can see that the gallery is coming on the left side. So this is how you can from the gallery settings you can select that to show the gallery whether in bottom or in left side. So you can decide as per your business requirements, or according to your store requirements. So this is how from gallery settings you can configure these settings. Now let's move to next tab, that is tabular variation or tabular variation settings. So the admin will be able to configure the settings related to showing the variation table on the shop page. So the first field is enable the variation table. So from here the admin can enable the variation table to show the variation table on the front end or the shop page. Next is he can also decide the variation table place, like where he wants to show, like after product summary or after single product. So let's click on after product summary, and here he can decide the column to show in the variation table, like he wants to show the stock, SKU, thumbnail, quantity, action, price, and he can also decide which column will be shown first. Like if I select like price, I want to show on the first, so the price will be shown on first. So this is how you can configure your columns as per your requirements. Like I have selected the price to be shown on first. Next is available options button. So if you want to show the available option button on the variation table when clicked, so you can click on this tick box to show the available options button. And if you want to enable this functionality, scroll to top, like when the product is successfully carted, so it will scroll to top. So you can click on this tick box, so it will scroll to top after the product is successfully made to the cart. Next is available options button text. So here you can decide the available option button text. Like for now it is written available options, so you can write button. So like I have written available options button. Next is cart button text. So you can also customize the cart button text, and here you can write whatever whatever are your requirements, and you can also configure the cart button text if you want. Like for now I have written add to cart, and let me click on save changes, and let's go to shop page and let's refresh this. So as you can see that available options is coming, and as you can see that the price is coming, then the stock is coming, SKU, thumbnail, quantity, and action. So let's click on add to cart. So as you can see that it has scrolled to top because we have enabled from here the tick box take me the top of the page after product successfully carted. So as you can see that we are on the top. And as you can see that here the text we have decided like available options button, so it's coming here because we have decided the available options button text from here. And as you can see that when we will click on this available options button, so it will redirect to the variation table, because as you can see that from here we have enabled this option low. So now let me disable this and let me click on save changes, and let's refresh this. So as you can see that there is no option of coming of like variation available options button, because we have hidden or unclicked this tick box to show the available options button to scroll to the variation table when clicked. So you can disable or enable as per your requirements. So this is how you can show the variation table to the customers or the users, so they can they can see all types of variation, and they can directly see what are the available options and the price and SKU and thumbnail, and they can also decide the quantity and action like adding to cart directly from here. So let me click on save changes. So this was all about the tabular variation. Now let's move to the next and the last settings, that is export and import. So we are on the export and import tab. So in this plugin, it offers import and export feature of the attributes by which you can export the attributes in CSV file, and you can also edit by entering the display type like valid values are 0 for none and 1 for image and 2 for color and 3 for text, as you can see. And here you can enter the image URL, color code, and you can also find the color code, and you can use the color picker available in this page, and you can find that particular color code. And once you have done the editing, so you can import the edited file by importing here. Similarly, you can also export variations and export the available variations gallery images CSV file from here by clicking on this. And you can also edit the CSV file as you will do for the attributes. Then you can click on choose file after once editing has been done and import variation gallery images. So this was all about the export and import functionality of advanced product variations, and this was all about the backend settings for the advanced product variations. So if you have any queries regarding the plugin functionality, so you can mention your queries in the comment section and we will be glad to help you. And if you are new to our channel, make sure to subscribe to our channel and like and share the video. Until the next video, stay connected with us. Thank you.